Yeah, you made your point. We're beaten. Leave us to our shame. Okay. You can go back to dealing with the Lanius who are like, we want to eat that. And like, we're using that. And like, please leave us alone. Hello, you gorgeous space captain, you. If you maybe you already saw the first video and you skipped it or watched it and that's why you're here. If not, originally I was doing a video of explain the basics of FTL, do a run, kind of explain what's going on for people who may not be familiar with it. After, when I was editing, I was like, oh, explaining the basics was already a full episode, so I'm splitting this into two. There's the explain the basics part, and then there's the actual gameplay part. You are in the actual gameplay video now. So, if you know what's going on, this is the place for you. If you've never heard of FTL, or maybe you played before Advanced Edition ever came out, haven't played since, maybe go back and watch the Captain's School tutorial video. Otherwise, we've spent enough time learning. Let's get some hands-on action. Welcome aboard, Captain. Hello, and welcome to FTL, Faster Than Light. I've had a request specifically to kind of say, how do I play this game? All right, so as I said, I played this on easy when I first started. Then I switched to playing on normal, but I'm going to do an easy run for this because I'll explain why it'll help. It'll help explain more things, so I want to at least start with an easy run. All right, so let's start the run in earnest. And you're like, wait, you were just in a plasma, or you were just in a nebula. What happened? The run, I died the very first thing because I went to a plasma storm and got destroyed by a pirate ship. So we're gonna switch. All right, so here's the map. This time, we start in a civilian sector. That's always the same. But this one, we can jump here or here. Distress basically means a quest. Usually, this node connects to those. This connects to that. And, we need to get to the exit eventually. Now, you want to explore as much as you can, but A, you have fuel. B, the rebels will eventually start encroaching. You don't want to be caught by them. The distress signal is coming from a small space station. The satellite defense system has gone haywire. Their repair crew can't approach without being fired on. They're looking for help to fix or disable it. We'll help. Fire on it from a distance. You fire a few volleys, but you're not able to penetrate the defense system's shields. It, on the other hand, you take damage before you escape. So, we took 5 damage. We got nothing from that. Oh. Excuse me. And they destroyed my oxygen, so let's go fix that. You can see the progress down here. All right. And now, while we're at it, so here's what I was talking about, like, we have a hull breach right here we need to fix. Let's let physics do its thing. The air from here will flow into here so that it doesn't drain as quickly. There we go. Now they're all injured because they were suffocating, so let's heal them back up in the med bay. Excellent. Oh, here's another thing. So you have your people and you're like, okay, we want this guy to be our pilot. We want this guy to be our, engine. This one to be our weapons. You can hit this, save your current position. So next time you're like, oh, these two guys need to heal. Well, rather than remember, like, who is the engine guy, especially when you get, like 7 crew members, like, who is doing what, okay, oh, and this guy, needs to go fix something. You can now hit this button, and everyone returns to where you saved it. Very handy. All right. Onwards. Now, the way those encounters work, A, we got a bad roll. It's like, let's try and help. We couldn't. But sometimes what you have on you can change stuff. Like, so instance, some quests, maybe because we have a missile, they'd be like, just shoot the thing with a missile and, that'll solve it. Or if you have, say, an Engi, like the Engi will use his robot powers to disable it. If you have an ion gun, I think for that one is what you need. You can just disable it. So, you get random stuff, but you can also mitigate the randomness based on how much variety you have. As you complete your jump, you receive a message. Greetings! For a small fee, we'll let you continue on your way. All right, we could pay the pirate 22 and not fight. Or we just say, hey, screw you, buddy. Too bad. You'll regret this decision. No, actually, because I want to level up. I want levels. I want loot. Turn on auto fire for our lasers. While it's charging, there's a neat thing I like about this game. So A, you could turn on auto fire or not. Oh good, we dodged. You know, we have auto fire on, it'll constantly auto fire. We don't have to tell it to each time. Now say you want your missile to shoot, but you know, you've only got 8 missiles. You don't want to auto fire your missiles. If you hold control and pick a weapon, it will do the opposite of what you have selected. So in this case, you know, auto fire is on, we hit control, it will only shoot 1 missile. If auto fire was off, you could say, hold control, and it will put it on auto fire. So you can always do the opposite of what you have set. Yeah, so they're trying to escape to FTL. You need both engines and piloting to do that. You know, here's our bar. If this fills up, we're allowed to escape. The ship explodes. We get stuff. Hooray. You know what? I'm gonna buy a power right now. Look at that. We can power everything at once. Also, while I'm at it, doors. Level 2 doors. The whole point of doing this is explaining all of my decisions so that people can see how I play. Excuse me. And now I'm doing things without explaining. All right, let me explain. So A, we're playing on easy, so we're gonna get a lot of scraps. So I'm like, let's just buy another power so I can put this in the med bay right now. We can have all of this active at once without constantly switching it back and forth. That's why I did that. Also because we are gonna eventually get more shields, more other stuff, and we'll use the power for something, even if we don't, you know, use it on medbay necessarily. Doors getting level 2 is very important, in my opinion. I don't know if everyone subscribes to this theory, but your ship, you will get wrecked without doors. If you get fires, they will spread. You have invaders, you can't, like, funnel them. An especially well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew members and the rest of you can go free. Do we want to send one over? No, we want to fight them. So they have an ion cannon. So it's going to disable our shield. You'll see, you know. And they have a beam weapon. So long as we have one shield, this can never hurt us. Unfortunately, it doesn't. Okay, they missed. So the way ion works is it hits stuff and it disables the system it hits for a little bit. All right, so it hit our shields. You know, it worked like a laser. It took it out. But you look down here, we also have 1 second of cooldown before we can use our shields again. All right. So now we have an offer. We surrender, take one of our slaves as tribute. If you destroy us, they'll all die anyway. So here's the, you know, there is no morality meter in it. It's you do what you want to do, what you think you have to do. In this case, we can accept a slave. They will come and join our crew. We could keep fighting. If we fight them, we will kill some slavers. They probably deserve it. They sound like jerks, but we will kill all the slaves on board. We accept their offer. They're gonna go free, but we do save someone's life. For me, I'm playing this one at least strictly from a gameplay perspective. We need another crew member. Because I definitely want someone on shields. So welcome aboard Felicity. You know, if we were full up on crew members, you know, we had no space for anyone, well, maybe we'd say, die, slave our scum, and kill them all, but as is, this is how it works. Okay, you can see the rebels coming now. Do I show you what happened? No. We keep going. If you get into a fight with a rebel, if you win, you only ever get 1 single fuel as your reward, just so you can keep going. You won't be stuck there. But you don't get rewards for fighting the rebels, and the fights are really hard. They have very strong ships, and they have like things like an anti-battery system, because you're in the middle of their fleet, and so just periodically you'll take like non-dodgeable, it'll do 3 hull points of damage, goes through your shields, breaks your hull. is bad news to be caught in there. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you might get stuck. You have to go back around, and it's the only way. Well, you know, you put up with it if you have to. But generally, you do not want to fight the rebel force. This guy, on the other hand, a rebel scout. The weapons are charged, but they're not firing. Let's defend the outpost. I don't know who you are, but no one defies the rebel fleet. I do. Now, here's what we're gonna do. They have a missile, which means they can go through our shields. We want to, you know, not take damage. So I'm gonna shoot with my lasers. They have one shield, you know, we're doing 3 shots. Between my 2 laser shots and my missile, we should do enough damage that they don't have weapons. After we disable their weapons, then I'll probably work on shooting at their shields. Oh, and look at that. They have no weapons left. We don't need to shoot another missile now. In fact, we'll switch to their shields just so we can do more damage. While they, you know, they're fixing up their weapons in there. Good on them. Let's shoot that just in case they try and flee. No dodge, no FTL. Suck it, rebels. This ship breaks apart. So we got a drone part, missile. You know, we don't care about the drone part. The missile, yeah, sure. 16 scrap. All right. And because we defended the outpost, the pompous bastards expected free service. You know, just because they defeated the Federation. Take this for your help. Now that's a 3 fuel, 24 scrap. That's a good reward. A store. We're not gonna go there yet. Stores, you know, we can buy more system, you know, more, not systems, but yeah, systems, like, you know, things like cloaking or, you know, crew teleporter, stuff like that, or, you know, weapons. There's lots of stuff you can get. We don't have a lot of scrap right now, so I'd rather save the fuel, build up more scrap, then visit a store. Unremarkable system, nothing here. But my nose is itchy. I got the space itch on my nose. Oh, look, another slaver. All right. Slavers, you can suck it. Which means they'll probably offer us another crew member. I'll take. Hopefully we'll get a non-human, just because, you know, having a diversity cast, that's, you know, as I said, the encounters are randomized, but you can sort of mitigate some of the randomness based on who you have. Like, you know, you have a Zoltan. If you get to something, you know, with it's, oh, we don't have power, please help us. Your Zoltan can just be like, whoop, and you don't have to worry about a random chance of whether you win or not. Sure. Off in. You can man the doors. So, we don't have a boarding thing, but now we have a Mantis, who is very good at hand-to-hand fighting, so we get invaded, we can send this guy out. And, you know, we're putting this guy on doors because, you know, if we get invaded, we don't want to lose our dodge chance. We don't want to send people off of engines or piloting. We don't want to lose our weapon, you know, boost. It's like 10% faster. So we don't want to send someone there, and we don't want our shield recharge to go slower. Whereas doors, like, yeah, having level 3 doors is nice, but not necessary. So having this guy as our, you know, our manning the doors, by default, you know, he, she, it can just rest there. But then if fighting is necessary, you know, this is not a bad system to abandon. So, you know, that's why we're doing that. So let's see. We could go down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know that we can last 4 turns. I think the rebels will get too far, so we'll go up. A number of ships convening around a station. Some unencrypted chatter between the ships. You tune in and listen. It seems they need to take possession of an enemy ship. Intact. We're gonna leave them alone. Well, I mean, we'll offer our services. Yeah, you're not equipped for this mission, so they won't even let us. We would need, like, either a crew teleporter or a ion cannon for that. All right, so yeah, if we'd gone down here, it would be a while to her here, but this one, you know, up, we can probably go here. It'll advance, you know, about here. Do Do we think we can... It'll go here in 2 turns? I don't know. Let's risk it. Nothing here. It was waste of fuel. Oh, yeah, I forgot. When you're in nebulas, they go half as fast because, you know, they're having trouble tracking you. So we probably could have gone around, but I forgot. Okay, black market hub. We could sell missiles to get scrap. Sure. Like, we have a missile launcher. You're like, why would you sell your ammo? Because, as I said, I'd like to, like, move off of missiles if we can. Rather have the money. All right, next sector. So yeah, this is randomized. How they connect is randomized. Which ones they're randomized. We can go to rock controlled, which is generally hostile. As you can see, civilian, hostile, and nebula. We can choose between rock controlled or rock controlled. Either way, we're gonna have to do a nebula. Yeah, actually, this looks, it's, you know, if we go this down path, we'll have a second nebula. So let's go the top path. Nebulas are annoying. Like, yeah, they're useful because the rebels move slower, but plasma storms are really bad to encounter. That's why, you know, I restarted the run without you looking. Because I got destroyed in a plasma storm, which cuts your engines in half. Like, or your reactor, not your engines. So you only have half of your energy. Federation encrypted signal. Let's investigate. A secret Federation outpost, but the rebels found it first. It's empty. So, unlucky. Now, let's go this way. We're kind of getting low on fuel. So we're going to try and find a shop. We can buy it. I mean, obviously, we can fight people and get fuel if we're lucky. So we jump to a star before we get into it. The star is periodically, it will flare up with a solar flare and set your ship on fire. Not great. Unless you're rocks. I mean, well, fire will still damage your system, but which you don't want. Yeah, rock pirate ship. So, they're rock, it said so. They don't care as much about fire. They're immune to it. Now, fire will, you know, if a system loses all of its stuff, it's disabled. And when it loses a full bar, it does a full damage. So the rocks are going to care about that. But, you know, if, like, there's a fire in here, they don't care. They're immune to fire. Actually, in here, so talking about sensors level 2. Now we can see in their ship. Let's go back to the doors, though, because things are going to get very toasty soon. Solar flare imminent. And where is it hitting? Okay. It hit sensors. Not great. Alright, now we're going to go in and put this fire out, because there's not an easy... As I said, like, yes, we could open the doors to try and, you know, get rid of it with oxygen, or a lack of oxygen. But there's no good way to do it. Like, we either have to go here, drain all of this, or go through here, drain all of this, and there's, you know, a guy working in shields, so... Oh, you don't... Never assigned you with the hotspot. There we go. Okay, so let's start putting this fire out. Before, you know, we're sending our guy in to try and combat the fire there. Now there's no oxygen. It'll go out. It won't destroy our system. Probably. Yuck. Close, but... Alright. So now the fire's put out. We want to send our guy back. Obviously, we don't want him to get hurt. So we open all the doors. Oxygen from here goes into here. It's safe now. We can send him back. And now we want to jump. Because, you know, it'll keep solar flaring at us. Like, yeah, we killed the enemy. That doesn't mean the sun is going to turn off. 2 missiles for 2 drone parts. No. We're not using drones at all. Asteroids, great. Exit the jump, surrounded by dirt and rocks. A blast is deflected by your shield, but that was no asteroid. That was an incoming pirate. So I said shields will block asteroids. So one thing you can do in an asteroid thing, destroy their shields, and they'll just get constantly hit by the asteroids. Now while it's doing stuff, you can see these things like miss and, dodge, and you see little icons going here. Like that little gun. Every time, for instance, like someone fires the gun, they get more on their gunnery skill. Whenever someone, dodges, you get engines and piloting, etc., etc. When you use the skill, it gets strong. So, there are ways to cheese it. Okay, we got missile drone scrap, but no fuel. That's not great. Send someone to help, because he's not great at repairing. Heal, blah, blah, blah. All right, back to where you were. Now, what I was talking about. For instance, in a place like this, let's say they didn't have the weapons and they only had beam weapons, which can't hurt us. We could just sit here, not shoot, and every time an asteroid hits the shields, they'll recharge, he's gonna gain shield. Anytime they dodge an asteroid, these guys will level up their evasion. You could sit here for hours, get everybody leveled up, perfect skills on shields and evasion, all that. Generally, that's not worth it. Like, if you're going for a very specific achievement or unlock or something, and having that would help, I'm just telling you, you can do that. But otherwise, it's not worth it. Now, you notice this time, you can't do it, though, when, like, I've killed the enemy ship. So even though he's using his shields, he doesn't get skill. You have to be in danger for you to get your skills up. Even though technically, yes, we turned off our shields, it would kill us. And if the ship, say, only had beam weapons, we were never in danger in the first place. But that's how that works. Now you know. If you really want to be like, I want this guy to have full shield mastery right now. Like maybe you're playing a really hard ship. There can be reasons why you do it. It's just not, I'm not doing it. That'd take forever. Jump in the middle of a rock excavation project. Unimpressed with your intrusion, they defend themselves. Well, that's your problem. Let's hit that. Rockmen often have missiles, usually have missiles. All right, so here, for instance, we have level 3 doors, so this fire is going to take a while to actually spread through the doors. So, these guys, they'll be fine. Now you can see it's like a light pink, which means there's not a lot of oxygen in the room, but enough to breathe, so they won't take damage. And, when it's stripy like this, it means it's, not safe. And in case you're colorblind, you're like, I can't see the colors, but I do see the stripes. Yeah, Subset Games was very good. Like, back in, the day when I was on their forums a lot, 2013, 2012, they were very good about making a colorblind mode. Whoop, right there. I mean, and there's colorblind mode, and even without, I have it disabled, but they made a lot of changes. Like, before it was just red, like the dark red, it didn't, and, people are like, well, I can't really see that, so they added the striping, so, like, even if you can't see colors, you can see that there's something different about the room. You're like, oh, okay, that's... So I just like to say, Subset Games, cool guys, or gals, I don't know. Cool people. With the local rock settlement so unwilling to trade, opportunist Mantis crew has postponed its piracy and set up a shop. Let's talk about what we're doing here. So this shop has some stuff, sometimes they'll have 2 pages. There's, no weapons or drones or anything like that. We can buy augmentations. We're gonna get this. Scrap recovery room gives you 10% more scrap from any source. On easy, this is basically always worth taking. On hard, maybe at the beginning, but because, as I said, easy just means you get more scrap. Hard means you get less. Normal, you get normal. So 10% more scrap means, 10% more money, 10% more experience, 10% everything. Generally speaking, if you find this early and you're not on hard, I've never even tried hard. I'm not a try-hard. look at someone who's actually good at the game to know when or if you should buy this on hard. On normal, if you find this early, yes, this will be worth it. If you find this late, you might not really need it. We found it early and we're on easy, so that is going to get us a lot of stuff. You know, we don't care as much about those. Let's buy the fuel they have for sale. Let's fix our hull. And oh no, we don't have enough. Or do we? You know, we could buy mind control if we sell off our missile, but you know, that would probably not be worth it. So let's continue for now. Crew teleporter would be pretty fun. Mind control, pretty useful. If we got both of them, very nice. But you know, let's not do that yet because we only have one shield. We really want to get more than one shield. It's sort of like doors and a second level of shield are kind of my priority upgrades. We probably want another weapon besides a missile. We want another laser if we can find it. So, you know, my thought is let's just buy the fuel we can so we can, you know, explore more to get more stuff. Let's heal up while we're here. We'll get the scrap arm. We can't afford this. That's okay. I clicked the wrong thing. So speaking of which, how much do we need to upgrade our shield? So we're only gonna need 20 for the first bid, 30 for the second, because as you can see, I can't show you because it disappears, but we'll need a total of 50 because shields take 2. You know, this one, every time you go up you know, you get a bonus. This, you know, everything else, you get stuff each level. Shields, it takes 2 energy per shield. So we need 50 total to get the space, and then we'll need another at least 40. This costs more the higher you get it, so it might be 45. So let's just say we need 95 scrap to get to our next shield. Yeah, let's get a quest. You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between 2 large rocks that must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. All right. Shoot the rocks, hope for the best, destroy and loot the ship. They're just pirates. You know, let's try and help. Look at that. We got lucky. Fire a few volleys, it starts to shudder and break apart. Without shields, the pirate ship takes a beating, but eventually pulls free. They help. So look at that. We help the pirates. We get more fuel, a lot of scrap. Remember, it's 10% more. And, you know, some missiles. Not a bad. You know, we helped out the pirates. They helped out us. Okay, another quest. Okay, to Nubai, human mining colony where an unknown disease has spread. Setting up a quarantine to contain it, but a riot's broken out. So you can send your crew to help or ignore it. We're gonna send someone in. All right, nothing bad happened, nothing good happened. Your crew tries to keep the crowds in line, but it turns ugly, half crazed with fear. The infected grab mining tools, push back at your crew. You retreat hastily. You get away. The colony's captain, leader dies. Well, we didn't, you know, sometimes, you know, you help, you get a reward. That could also be you go in and, you know, they infect one of your people and they die. In this case, nothing happened. So let's continue. All right. So 5 missiles and 2 parts, and they will upgrade our reactor by 1. So essentially 20. Do we want 20 scrap for this? I'm saying sure, because we're not really using missiles and we're not using drones at all, which means that, yep, 25. And we even have a little left over because we just got that one for these. So let's head on to the next. Okay, so the Mantis homeworld or the abandoned sector? Let's go to the abandoned sector. Ooh. Got some nice music. This sector has largely been abandoned since a series of battles decimated the local population. An unusual alien race is reportedly scavenging. You'd best be on guard, aka Alanius. This is Alanius sector. Distress. Oh, we didn't get any of them for the previous one. Sometimes distress will give you a quest marker, like go to this place and, you know, we're looking for this guy. Can you bring this item over to him? And if you get it early on, it'll be, you know, like, go up here and do it. if you get it towards the end, it'll just put it in the next sector you go to. So the game's nice like that. All right. Slug vessel is under attack by the Lanius. They beg for assistance. Lanius, you stop that. So this gun is only going to shoot a single attack, which means they can't hurt us. So I guess I should have thought of that. I just saw, I'm like, normally it's like if you disable their weapons, you can last, and that's good enough. But then I'm thinking about it. Okay, this only does 1 damage. And, you know, you learn as you play, like, okay, like a laser that looks like this will just shoot once. It can only do 1, which means it will never get through our shields. And this is a beam weapon. Beam weapons never get through shields, no matter, you know, whether you have 1 or 4. So we never actually had to aim at their weapons. We could have just done shields from the get-go. All right, we collect the stuff. The slugs, you know, were like, they're like, please help us. And we're like, okay, we helped. And while we were fighting the Lanius, they're like, we're out. They didn't give us a reward. No, well, we got scrap and fuel for blowing up the Lanius ship. So it's all good. All right. So, slaver. Now here's a way to think of stuff. Now we have, you know, more options. So we could buy a slave from the get-go. We could buy a Lanius for 35. Or we can attack them, and there's a chance they will do what the previous slavers did and say, okay, we'll give you someone if you leave us alone. Or we just ignore them. Now, on the one hand, if we attack them, we get someone for free. That's kind of better than paying, but they do have missiles. Let's attack. Let's see if we can get someone for free. Are you defeating slaver scum? Have a water break. All right, while their weapons are down, let's take their shields down, because, you know, they have to do the same thing you do. If they lose a system, their people have to go and back. Can take a look. Now, so they have an Engi who's good at repairing, so this is going to be fixed faster. This is going to be fixed slower because this is a Mantis. Also, yes, like if you shoot a room where the person is, you will hurt them. All right, look at that. We got someone for free. We get an Engi now. So, you know, let's do this. We've got, actually, let's switch this. Like, what are you doing? I said I'd explain things, so here's my thought. This guy is good at fighting, which means if there are people on board our ship, the Engi can now keep the doors locked, and we can send our, so like, let's say they're in here. We go, ha! We start fighting while, you know, we drain the oxygen. Okay, there's like, let's say there's like 3 of them. Our dude's getting overwhelmed, but the oxygen's draining out. Now he can leave, start healing up, while the oxygen is still draining. Now they start beating on a door to try and get through, but, you know, they're taking damage. This guy heals up, interrupts their door thing, leaves again. So I think having the guy that's good at combat be free to leave, because sensors, who cares? You know, we don't care if our sensors aren't manned. This would still be useful. Now this guy's good at repair, so, you know, if there's a hull breach, because, you know, there's a missile or someone destroys a system, there's no invader on the ship. So we can just send him back, okay, let's help fix the shields, go back. And then if there's a fire that we want to try and slow down, we can always send Mantis up here to do it while he's away. That's my logic for our assigning who is where. Yeah, let's go here. So many choices. A small shuttle appears. It's a rebel automated scout. Missiles. Stop with the missiles, my boo. My dude. You know, he's got a drone and a missile launcher, which means if his missiles never shoot our shields, yeah, you're talking about. And this guy can go and fix stuff. So first we fix the hull breach. In fact, we can send this guy. He's not good at repairing, but he can still do it. These automated drones can be a problem when you're doing a boarding specific party. because, you know, you have to make sure you get your guys back, and they can't destroy it, so you have to be able to do a damage some other way. All right, let's buy more fuel. Let's buy another scrap recovery arm. That's kind of ridiculous. Sure, let's fix that. I was gonna buy something else. Here's what cloaking looks like. Cloaking is very good. Cloaking and crew teleporter are definitely my favorites for non-basic systems. And kind of you need at least one. You don't need, but getting to the end of this game and beating the end boss are two very, very different things. It's one of the not as great things. You know, this game is amazing. It's one of my favorite games ever. But the end boss is a little ridiculous, and you kind of need some specific builds for it. Cloaking and crew stuff is one of the ways to do that. Scan the area after arriving in the system. Atlantea's ship is in fast pursuit of an unarmed civilian ship. It's hard to say if it's truly a threat because its weapons aren't charging. We could avoid the conflict, but psh. Where's the fun in that? We want scrap and loot. Goodbye. All right, we get a bunch of stuff. The crew did not survive the assault from the Lanius. Take what you can. We got a lot of stuff. Ooh, and we got hacking stun. That's actually pretty cool. We don't have hacking, but that means maybe we should get hacking. If you hack a room, besides stunning the system, you'll stun the people in it too. Pretty useful. Who would have thought the most wanted ship in the quadrant would happen by my station? Prepare to meet your maker. Nah, I'm good. The shields are down. Their flat cannon just came up, which means it has to charge all the way. So it's not gonna get time to fire again. That's why, like, the level 3 sensors aren't as necessary, because, like, yes, you can see, like, oh, the progress of this. Do I have time to, you know, shoot this and switch back? But generally, like, after you play for a bit, you get a feel of, like, okay, like, a flat cannon is gonna take too long to fire if they just fixed it. Yeah, sure. 19 scrap, 5 missiles for that. Like, that's everything we love. We'll take it. Like, yeah, the rebels are the bad guys. We could just straight up kill them, but the merchant ship is docked with a Lanius transport. You need help? No, we're studying their ability to reshape metal. We haven't the foggiest how it works. They meld part of their bodies into the metal and reshape it. They've been willing to demonstrate if you have some extra metal, so let's give 50 scrap to get a weapon. It's basically a merchant, you just don't know what you're getting. So you give them metal and they're like, blah, 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 blah. Now, here we go. Let's depower this, put the power into here. Now, get a better look at it. So this takes 10 seconds to fire. This takes 12. This will shoot first and will stun the shields because it's gonna shoot for this. And then the laser can come in and start doing a lot of damage. And now if this keeps shooting, you can kind of keep, you know, if you have enough ion things, you can keep their shields stun locked. You don't even need to hit, like, damage the shields, and they won't have any. We don't have that much, but... So now, you know, we have this if we need it. We can always depower the ion, put the power into here. But, you know, we're good. Number of rebel ships attempting to dissuade Lanius from acquiring their forward station. And the rebels are like, hey, wait, this guy. Yeah, so here's the ion goes, hits the thing, stuns the person, the shields are stunned for a while. And we don't care about their drone control. What's their drone gonna do to us? Oh no, it's shooting one laser. We have 2 shield. 6 and, all right, again. Yeah, you made your point, we're beaten. Leave us to our shame. Okay, you can go back to dealing with the Lanius, or like, we wanna eat that. Like, we're using that. Like, Please leave us alone. Their Lanius are like, You move to the distress signal. Shots are fired. It's a trap. Yeah, well, Now, these guys, they've got this little gun, you know, the level 1 version, burst laser one, I think. It might even be a regular laser. Look at that. One laser and a beam weapon. They cannot hurt us. So here's the, like, turn this off for a second. Let them fix their stuff. Or, you know, you could do this. So for instance, if you wanted to max your gun, you could just only shoot this ion beam. Every time he shoots, gets a little of this. When he maxes out, you could send someone else in. So you could have everybody max out their gunnery skill. You could turn this off, just let them keep shooting. They literally cannot hurt you. They do 1 damage. I have 2 shield. They have no shield piercing. Look at that. Gain shield. We could just sit here, let Felicity get all the way up to, you know, fill the green, all the way to fill up yellow. Because you can have 2, you know, green is the level 1, yellow's level 2. There is no level 3. And then, you know, when Felicity's done, we could send someone else in. We're not gonna do that. But if, you know, if you like, I gotta go get some groceries or something, leave it running. Have everyone max their skills while they're at it, you know? Yeah, sure. Everyone keep that. 8. You know, okay, we're set fuel, though. Rebel ship has been terrorizing. Let's go looking for it. We found it. All right, so they have bombs, which will teleport onto our ship. Oh, okay. Intruders detected. Yeah, he teleported into the room with my Mantis. Mantis versus human is not gonna end well for him. And in fact, there. Now, they would, I destroyed their teleporter so they can't get him back. Now, otherwise, they'd be like, okay, that guy's getting injured, let's bring him back. Well, about that. 8 missiles, 16 scrap. Nah, we're good. You've been terrorizing a thing and you're, I mean, it's a lot of missiles, but we're not really using those. So I have a better idea. Let's see if we get more scrap from destroying you. Yeah, you can go scan their ship. Okay, look at that. Yeah, they were all on fire. They had no med. It was 29 scrap. Woo. Next sector. Slug-controlled nebula. Great. So, you know, there's a lot of things I could upgrade. Now, here's the thing I specifically was saying I'll do on easy because we get more scrap and thus I have more choices to make and I can explain my thinking. For now, I'm gonna do this, 2 bars. You're like, why? Medbay and oxygen. First, I mean, yes, having 1.5 times healing rate, 3 times oxygen, that's fine. And the energy to power them. But more to the point, if a system gets damaged, for instance, like it takes 1 point of damage, if you have 1 system point only, you know, say we didn't have that, it destroys oxygen. You don't have any oxygen anymore. Whereas this one, it destroys 1. Who cares? And in fact, if we get, say, another level of shields, we can take the 2 off, put the power into shields, and these just act as a buffer. So it's like, okay, we took a damage point to our oxygen, and we don't need to fix it till after combat because right now it's fine. Now, like on normal, you're not really gonna have type of scrap for that. But we're doing on easy with double scrap arms. We have a lot of extra scrap to spend, so let's get a buffer zone. Oh no, they're trying to burn us. They, what? Wasn't paying attention. Something about this, so they disabled our doors and now they're gonna try and firebomb us, I think is what they were saying. Okay, oxygen's on fire. That's a problem. You guys need to go put that out. It kind of sounded like the Donkey Kong. Yeah. So I'm trying to keep their weapons disabled so they can't firebomb us, which clearly is not working because, you know, as part of the intro, they disabled our doors. We're in a nebula, so we don't have any scanners because that's just how nebulas work. And they disabled our door. Like, it's not hacking. It's nothing we can do anything about. Yay, our ship returns to normal. So that's why, like, you like having doors. If people start firebombing you and they haven't, disabled the doors, because, they firebomb in here, just open this. You don't need to send people in and take damage to deal with it. Just let space deal with it. Waiting to ambush you. Well, that's their problem. Yeah, so Engi, not great at combat, but that doesn't mean, he can still fight. You guys all heal up. You get back there, you get back, everybody get back to your stuff. Let's just, shoot their oxygen. Missiles and some scrap? Nah. Here, Engi, you pilot the ship while our captain heals up. Thanks, Mullet. Mullet filling in for swamps. And boom. We've got fuel. Let's just explore as much as we can. Like, nebulas are annoying, but... So the slugs here use a tactic you'd hope you'd never see. Remote hacking satellite to sabotage your oxygen. Charge fire weapons, you're gonna suffocate. So yeah, they took out our oxygen, and they're gonna firebomb us, which, drains more oxygen. But because we improved, we don't have just one, we have two. So, buffer zone. The whole point of that encounter is, like, you have no oxygen, you gotta get rid of them real fast, or, like, jump to FTL and get away real fast before you all suffocate. They can't do it. We've got two that, we're prepared. We have so much extra scrap being on easy with double scrap recovery that I'm like, let's have, let's put in a buffer just in case. Here's just in case. We completely negated their, yeah, they're still gonna shoot us and all that, but anyways, I just had to start, taking control of the situation. What have we been learning? So when they have two shields, or, two shields and a robot, we're starting to fall behind with our damage. So I think the next thing we really want to focus on is, yeah, we can loop around. We want to get another weapon. If we can get multiple, like, Burst Laser 2 is actually one of the best weapon. Like, it's very basic, but 3 shots at a 12 speed, like, it's pretty good. Having multiples of these you can do some serious damage. Now, there are things that can do more, like, we get a Vulcan laser. It's basically, there's chain lasers, which are kind of Gatling things where, it takes a long time to do the first, it's shorter to do the next. It's like, pew, 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 pew type of thing. The Vulcan laser gets crazy fast. So, having one of those would not hurt. Okay, they're ionizing shields a lot. Let's, take out their guns a little bit. Make them fix it. There. Now there's no lasers, so we'll go back to shooting their shields just to try and get through this fight. Oh, yeah, you guys should go back to your stations, because why not? Will you accept what's in our stores in exchange for our lives? Yeah, sure, what do we get? Nothing great, but... So here's the thing we could do. Gun, energy. We can power our missiles now. We have 18 missiles, so okay, that sort of fixes it. I'd rather get another weapon, but, now if we get another Burst Laser 2, we've got the ability to, switch it. How much you get level 3 shield? 150. Now, level 4 shields are nice. Level 3 shields, I kind of feel are what you need by the end. 4 is nice, but not always necessary. That said, we could save up for cloaking. Cloaking is also very nice. Chase them. Okay, we couldn't chase them, so fleet pursuit doubled for 1 turn. Yeah, but we're in a nebula, so that's still nothing. Direct attacks are not preferred by slugs. But of the 3 you see at this beacon, one is the brass to make a move. Beam weapon, ion. So they want to disable our shields and then wreck our ship. Well, we'll see about that. Ah, they escaped. Because I was busy. Oh well. Let's go to the store. something cool. It's a brave person who sets foot on a slug planet. It can take weeks to get the mucus out of your clothes, but there's business to be done. Cloaking! Oh, 2 pages, yeah. Sell that. Buy cloaking. I do want that chain laser though. 65, not enough. Oh well. Let's just fix as much as we can while we're here. All right, so cloaking. It cloaks for 5 seconds, a 62 evasion. People can't target us when I use it. So our next big thing is we want to increase this 2 more times, because between our piloting, our engine guy, all that, we have a dodge chance of 30%. If we increase that another 10%, which, you know, right now we've dodged 10, we'll have dodged 20 if we increase it twice more. That'll be 40% base, which means with the 60 of cloaking, we will always dodge anything that shot at us if we cloak. Improve med bay. So, you know, the same thing. Instead of trying to disable our oxygen, they're disabling your medical stuff and then attacking you on board your ship. But we have a buffer. Too bad for them. And they're like, so where are they? We can't see in our ship because of the nebula. We can see they're attacking right there. Now, these crew, they don't have a teleporter. That was an event teleportation, if you will. So they're just, you know, here. They won't teleport back. Let's do this. So here's what I'm talking about. These guys are fighting. Like, they won't be able to fight these guys off. They'll die if they stay here. But we keep them busy while oxygen is draining out of the ship. Now they can go heal. You know, they busted through. Oh no, they're fighting this guy, but the oxygen is still draining out of the ship. Careful, stop attacking my stuff, please. Thank you. All right, now we can't see what the oxygen status is. We'll wait a little bit. Open that, and now tell everyone to go back. It should be fine. Well, that's enough from there. Let's head out. But you, civilian or rock? You know, let's do a civilian sector. You know, there'll be less combats overall. If there are, there'll be like, you know, pirates and rebels. You know, rocks have a lot of missiles, and we have a cloak, but... well, nothing here. So, you know, this is kind of like the safe bet. On the other hand, you know, it's high risk, high reward. Low risk, low reward. Slaver. So this guy for 25, he'll give us a rock person who also already has yellow level repair. We'll buy him. In fact, he can... you know, we don't really have anywhere for him to go. He can be indoors because he's slow. So Engi now, you know, is just... he's just chilling. You can't man the cloaking. But so Engi is going to be our main repair person because he's fast and he's twice as good at it. But Rock Guy can also go around if necessary. All right, here. When I say that like missiles go through shields, bombs go through shield, not this, the Zoltan shield, this green thing, you have to do damage to it first. And like lower it off, and then you can get back to the regular shield attack. It's an augment, you know, Zoltan ships start with it, but... alright, let's... Okay, you're immune to fire, so you go in there. I'm waiting, alright. They hit our cloaking. I was gonna say, so I was waiting, I saw the shot coming, so I'm like, all right, I'll cloak so that the shot will go by us. most likely. And then the beam before my cloaking, you know, it hit that. Yeah, that's fine. They can leave all they want. Fix the shields, please. Fix everything, please. Yeah, sure, I'll take freeze. Ugh, that was a thing. Everybody go in here. Fix that. You heal. You heal. You aren't healing. You heal. Let's go to the store and spend all that scrap on healing. I want it. But I want it. Oh well. Jump. Hey, free stuff. Debris from a battle. Get some free things, sure. And I was looking like, whatever, you know, we'll ignore it. Except like, okay, he's got an ion and a beam, so like, as long as his, you know, ion doesn't completely negate our shields, he's not gonna do anything to us. We surrender. We weren't doing anything anyways, but we surrender. Okay. Could have got more scrap if I just fought. Yeah, but we were kind of being the jerks in that one anyway. A pirate ship arrives shortly after you. You assume it's a smuggler trying to stay away from Beacon. Let's attack him. Jump into a sector, Nebula with plasma storms, an automated rebel scout. Hey, we have cloaking. Let's just leave. See, so like all of this is disabled, and we have half power on these things. Okay, nothing here. Let's power up our stuff again, shall we? And let's get that. So, now when we cloak, we have a 100% chance to dodge. We probably want to increase this to 30, 30, so it'll take 60. Zoltan is our only choice, so let's pick it. A rupturing Zoltan freighter. The Mantis, they're here, please! Oh wait, no, it's just fire. Oh wow, that's a lot of missile systems. Missile incoming, it missed. We're waiting, all right, 2 missiles at once. Dodge, because 100% dodge when we use cloak. So we know those missiles will miss. You go heal. Turn off our auto fire. We have to, you know, in fact, you know, here, you haven't seen me do it. We've powered up, we've waited long enough. Let's just leave. I don't want to deal with that anymore. Do you? All right, free scrap. A drone, we'll sell it at a store. Pulsating star. A rebel attacks. Okay. Let's get rid of their shields first. All right, so they sent a combat drone in. Or like an ion drone. Yeah, so it'll disable the stuff that's in the system with it. Ugh. That constantly hits you with ion attacks. Excuse me. Where are you going? No, you're not allowed to leave. Yeah, sure, free stuff. Take it. Let's fix. Let's get this whole repair thing. Here, open up the doors so that oxygen will last a little bit. Okay, who all needs help? 150. How do they not get hurt from the... I guess the oxygen was filling up quick enough with the level 2 that it didn't matter. Cool. Now here's the thing, when you jump, you keep your statuses. It's like, if we jump now, we will not have shields at the start of the next thing. So I'm trying to wait at least until the shields are powered up. Like, yeah, if the guns are powered, that's unfortunate. All right, we have shields now. Let's... Pew. Give them fuel, sure. We've got fuel to spare. We get that. Was it worth it? No. But we helped out our Federation scout buddy. All right, and let's do this. Actually, let's, oh. Look at that. 5 more power. We're on a spending spree. I can do it. I've got all this stuff. Jump. Yeah, we'll go here, go around. Appears to be a Sultan science ship. Yeah, sure. Yeah, well, and then they're like, ha. Now, so here's what, we have a level 2 sensor, someone manning it. Now you can see what the charge of their guns are. Specifically, we'll know when their missiles fire, so we know when to cloak. Let's just start working at that Zoltan shield. Meow. Yeah, so without the cloaked weapons, when you fire, it takes a big chunk of your cloak time away. Ugh. Come on. Now, on a little fight like this, doesn't matter too much, but on bigger fights where you're avoiding a lot, you might want to, not have auto fire on. Sure. All right, so Mara, who's super good at repairing things. She can be our new shield person. And you're like, but, oh, do guns instead. Yeah, she'll be our new gunner. That's less important. Now, this guy can go on doors. Rockman can go here. Now, we have a Zoltan in here, which means it gets a free energy. Oh, they were on fire or something. Bye. So even, if we lose a power, 1 power is always being supplied to the guns just by this Mara being here. So yeah, having 2 Zoltans and shield is really nice because it means you can always have power for your shields. But with only 1, because you need 2 energy per shields, we'll put her on guns instead. Apparently my ion blast, because it happened to be going in front of the thing, its drone got hit by my shot, which can happen. If the drones get in the way of the lasers, they'll just get hit. All right. Third shield we get because shields are very good. Now we are, besides needing some heavier attack, we are set for this run. Rebel or Zoltan? Let's fight some rebels. If we can get a good weapon, this run might be a success. It'll just be the first time since for 6-8 years, something like that. When the rebellion is complete, you'll see the safer world we provide. Well, you won't, but you get the point. Hey, how about I shoot you in the face with a laser? See how you like that, huh? Dodge that. And now, while we're cloaked, because they can't target us, their guns will not charge. So that's the other nice thing about cloak. Not only do you dodge what's coming, but you stop them. All right, so we're just waiting. You know what? They have a lot of shields. We do not have a lot of shield healing. Chain ion. I think we need chain ion. Sell that. Sell that. We don't need both of those. Buy chain ion. And Yeah, let's get some more fuel while we're at it. We do not want to run out of fuel now. No, I don't have enough to... Well, okay. I was thinking it was 2, not 3. Well, we'll sell... There. No more missile weapons for us. Probably don't need that either. Can I afford that? No, I can't. Well, we're kind of hosed for now, but until we get some more scrap. Oops. That's what you get for not paying attention. Yeah, it's very slow to charge up, and you're like, oh, that's not very good. But then you shoot it once, it hits. Okay, it stuns it for a little bit. But then it shoots again. Now it's +2. So now it's stunning it for a little bit more. That's still stunned, still stunned. Fire again, it's +3. Now it took a lot more ion damage. Still stunned. And now +4. Completely takes out its shields. Oh, they got it shot through. Good on them. So, you know, so long as the asteroids hit the ship, we'll win this fight. We'll get enough stuff, buy more things. All right, they're losing everything through the drone, and it's auto repairing. You can't see anybody working on it, but it's an AI drone, but it's got enough problems. We have won this fight now. So yeah, this will work when we get this going. Should have paid attention, I didn't, but we made it work. It's fine. Now that goes like, you can mess up and still be okay. All right. There. Now we have both weapons going at once. Now we are set. We give you fuel? Sure. Have some fuel. They give us a flat gun. We don't care, but... you know what? We only have 10 fuel left. Dock with a refueling. 5 fuel for 6 scrap. Good deal. Sometimes it's a trap, they're like, haha, we tricked you. And then it's a fight, but no, that one was legit. We have no scrap for that fueling station. Let's try and go there, get some scrap, come back. We'll get more fuel for the last bit. You're surrounded, just like the last of your Federation friends. Just die already. Nah, I'm good. Thanks for your concern, but I'm good. Okay, you're gonna keep the shields stopped. You're gonna shoot their guns. You guys are... gonna go this way. Hey, you stop fighting my systems. Alright. Get out of there. Okay, he's full health. We're gonna send him back in to interrupt to try and stop him from damaging that. Yep, we stopped just in the nick of time. All right, oxygen's out, so we leave. All right, they're all dead now. Oh, that is the one problem. If you send the Zoltan out when he's powering part of your stuff, you're down in energy. The last stand. So I said, You arrive at an outpost close to the Federation base. Your access codes get you past the initial security, and an officer sets up a direct feed to the Federation base's war room. Admiral Tully speaks first, saying, "What is the meaning of this? Who are you?" We're here to help. Explanation is met with murmurs of cynicism, disbelief. General Terzel of the Engi Brigade speaks up. Intel suggests potential counter to rebel technology. Risk all or save none. Explain the weakness of the enemy fleet, the rebel flagship. Tully responds, "It's settled. The rebels will be here in a matter of moments. We'll do what we can to hold off their warships, but you must succeed in destroying the flagship. Your current outpost can provide some repairs and fuel, and, you know, there's other repair stations, so we get 8 points healed, 10 fuel. We've got to get to the flagship. As I said, getting to here and beating here are two very different games. You need very specific... I mean, like, there's a lot of ways to do it, but you need specific builds for taking out the flagship. You know, things that are good against enemies are not necessarily good against the flagship itself. Okay, we get a bunch of stuff. Hooray. We need 165 to get another 2 gun slots. All right. Try and leave the, you know, the repair and the bases untouched for now till we need them. Federation ships are scarce in this region. A bomber squadron engaged with some Federation scouts. You move in to assist. 60 scrap, all right. Get that. We're 1 scrap short of being able to power this. Well, I mean, we could do that. There, now we have a flat cannon. The Federation base. So that's trying to get to the base. We don't want it to go up here. We'll go down there. Yeah. Station. Free scrap. Cool. Warning, flagship is jumping. So it's gonna be here. That's fine. We're gonna be here. Here we go. This is it, the rebel flagship. If you're able to destroy this monstrosity, the Federation fleet will have a chance of surviving, because it's like the control ship, so their entire fleet will fall apart. There's no turning back. Now, here's the problem. Boarding is very good for this, because you see these weapons, it's like a triple ion, triple laser, a super beam, and triple missiles. Ugh, very bad. These are not connected, so if you board and kill the people and destroy the system, they can't fix it. Unless, the key is you want to kill as many people as you can, except one, because if you kill every person, the AI of the ship takes over and will repair things. So that's generally the way you want to do it, if you can, is kill all but one person. So there's only one person that can go around fixing stuff. The AI won't auto-fix stuff, and that way you can keep weapons like this permanently disabled. Because the thing is, you don't just fight this guy. You fight this guy again. And again. Yeah, and it has cloaking, and so as you destroy it, and it's got a not at all Nazi eagle symbol, you know, for the rebels are, you know, totally human bigots with no reference to anything real at all. But, you know, when you destroy it, it, like, blows off one of these wings, and then it blows off the other one for the third fight. So, you know, it gets... But it does different things. Like, so this time it's just full powered. Oh, also, hey, I was using that. That's my oxygen. Stop that. So it'll lose its cloaking after the first fight. And then it'll lose its beam after the second fight. But the second fight, it also will do, like, robot swarms. And the third fight, I think they get, like, a free teleporter or something. I don't remember. So how do we do this? Well, first we let our guns charge. Because they have 4 shields. 1, 2, 3. Now, here's why cloaking is very important. They shot the 3, you know... 3 missiles is no good, but we can auto dodge. Turn off auto fire. Oh yeah, flak, you just kind of like hit this area. Alright, well. We didn't do well. with our first shot. And now we can't, you know, target them because they're cloaked. Coming missiles, dodge, dodge, double hit, no good. You guys get in there. 1, 2, 3. Maybe we'll, no. But, you know, we're charging our ion, so. Stop that. You guys go fix that. And you dodge. We definitely want to fix a hull breach when it's already draining our oxygen. Warning, oxygen low. Yeah, I'm aware. Okay, All right, we got it a little bit. Now he's gonna probably fix it, but we'll eventually kill him and then can destroy the missiles, and then it becomes a lot easier, the first stage. 1, 2, 3, just everybody shoot right there. And of course, cloaking. All right, missiles and their lasers lined up. That's great. Double dodge. We'll just stay, you know, invisible so they can't charge up their weapons. Wait for ours to charge up. Fire. So now we've got, you know, full power ion. It's just, no, not in time. Okay, what I think we want to do first, we're going to shoot ion first, so that it will hit before anything else, and it missed. Great. Let's take one out of the cloaking. You guys go heal. Wait, yep. Okay, everyone return to your stations. Take that back out, we'll put it back in. Okay, we're just cloaking at each other. Good times. So we shoot that out. It has to hit though. All right. Now we've taken out the missiles. That guy, so you know that guy's repairing them, but until he does, ugh, we missed. Oh, but we did more damage to him. He's almost dead. Oh, their beam has a, I guess, a 1 shield penetration. All right, and there we go. Bop. 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 Okay, well, we've killed the guy. That's what counts. This might get us killed because, yeah, the leveled up hacking also locks your doors. Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. Fix the hull breach. Fix the hull breach. All right. Oh, my guys are gonna die. The oxygen doesn't come back up. Oh, thank goodness. No, thank you. What? How did that? I beg to differ. Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, we haven't destroyed that yet. But we don't want to shoot yet because we kind of want damage control right now. Let's fix the doors. You know, stop the fire. All right. Okay, missiles are finally gone. Let's head through here. No, don't. Yeah, go around. You go around. I think if you hit control, like you set waypoints, there's some way to set waypoints. No, just stop. Leave us alone. Okay. Oh. Or that. All right, everybody return. No, you heal. Don't. Now you can return. Everybody return to where you're supposed to be. Let's take out this gun. You know, taking out the beam and the ion isn't as necessary because, you know, they'll break off in the next fights. I mean, like, you know, doing it, might as well, but... oh, this is actually damaged. Yay, yay. Yeah, we don't have the strongest build, but... Okay, that, I think, should be enough. I mean, like, to, you know, get us started, at least. Okay. There. We've taken out the missiles, we've taken out the lasers. Now, I believe the things repair, like the missiles and lasers will be fixed next time, but there won't be people there. So they won't be able to, you know, repair it. Everybody go back to where you're supposed to be. Missed. So yeah, we'll be working on shields once we get rid of this. Because once we get rid of the beam, it won't do any more damage to us. And it went invisible. Okay, sure. Why not? Charging up. Do. Stop. You heal. Yeah, da. Excuse me. I was using that. Oh. No. Oh. Oh, you know, if I didn't keep missing. Miss again, of course. Okay, let's try shooting this instead. Then there goes our ship. Well, we did pretty well. As you can see, it's kind of a different beast fighting that. As I said, teleport, crew teleport is my favorite way. Crew teleport plus cloaking is my way of dealing with it for sure. There's other, you know, get lots of Vulcan cannons. That's always fun because that just shreds through stuff faster than they can get their shields back. But for a demonstration, I think, you know, that went well. And we'll try, you know, I'll do some other builds, kind of explain why I'm doing what I'm doing, try, you know, show off different stuff. All right, so yeah, that was a run. I hope that, you know, this is the basic ship. It's not even strong. Like, this ship's actually a better ship to start with. You know, you get different crew members, basic lasers. They only shoot one shot per charge, but, you know, you kind of get them a little more firepower at the start. So Red Tail's actually stronger than the Kestrel. But, you know, next time, yeah, let's do a boarding crew. We'll try doing stuff, you know, with the artillery beam. You know, show a few different things. But hopefully that was, fun, informative. Until next time. It's a brave person who sets foot on a slug planet. It can take weeks to get the mucus out of your clothes, but there's business to be done.